I just tune into that prayer channel and I give what's ever needed. I used to sit in places, even in church, my hand would do these weird things because somebody needed energy or somebody needed something. And I gifted it because there was a need. It's being able to be so loving. You anticipate needs because you're in the flow. You hear somebody say they need something and you know someone who has it, you make the connection. You make it happen. You pass things on you're no longer using. You gift those in need. We all do our part. This place up here in the mountains is so wonderful for volunteerism. This whole town. Look at the fires, how people came together. They gave clothes, they gave money, they worked, they went and helped clean up. That's love, both for yourself and for your community and for Source, because we are all one. We are all God. If one of us gives love, if one of us cares, if one of us is able to do any kind of healing, we're gifting all of us. When I hurt myself, I hurt all of you. When I love myself, I love all of you. That's where we're looking for, this lifestyle, this embodiment, this way of existing and being, where we no longer have to fight or claw our way to the top, where we find our place in the flow, where we give and share and love. The more you give, the more you love, the more you receive. The more you share your things, the more that comes back. You will find that you are given things and you don't know what to do with it because it anticipated a need where it would come in handy for you. For a while I had trouble because I thought, I know I'm going to need this. Do I want to give it away? But somebody else needs it. Yes, you pass it on because it's going to come to you again. It'll be there when you need it. It's being open and non-attached. To know that anything you've created can be recreated. You can have anything you want if you want it. But what you find is your priorities change. You look at things with a different eye. You look at, do I need it? Do I love it? I've gotten so, I used to love crystals. They're beautiful, but they're not all mine. I will hold it and walk around the store, and if it's mine, it will still tell me it's mine. If it's not, it goes back on the shelf. I don't need to have everyone I see. You can share, you can borrow, you can loan out. It's a gift. I remember one time, this was funny, my mom's brother went out and got an apartment, and my mom says, well, anything that I have two of, take. Well, she had two cake pans. She took one of the cake pans. So she couldn't make the cakes because she was missing a cake pan. But look at it with humor. Humor heals. Humor is love in action. Remember Maggie and how we used to have the laughing meditations. How much fun it was to let yourself be free, to feel and to laugh, to dance, to do those things, to throw away those constraints, to not worry if it's a good hair day, if the clothes are perfect, because you know what? You're comfortable in your skin. You're comfortable being loved. People won't notice those things. People who are hateful to others won't be hateful to you because all they get from you is love. If you're not giving hate or anger, there's nothing to attach somebody else's to. It's going to go right through you and out the other side. And it'll light on somebody who's feeling anger or hate. You take the chaos and the drama out of your life by bringing these two paths together, by actually living in love and caring. Is it easy? Not necessarily, it can be. But we seem to make it more difficult. I made it difficult. I fought it every step of the way. There was a need to be heard or a need to be right. All of these things that I found don't really matter. I want to have love. I want to share love. That's probably the most important thing I work on now. In all of the things I do, I want to spend time blessing. I want to spend time in gratitude because I feel the worth of it. I feel the necessity of it because when I look out at the world, it's not a place I always want to be. When you look at the map and there are all these countries or places, you don't want to go or want to experience, then you know that to make the difference, it's up to you to expand more, to grow more, to become more. So that is my goal, is to work on me. And I don't know if it'll be done. It's a work in progress. I slide like everybody else. I have moments of despair, moments of depression. I have all of those. But I'm finding they're fewer. They're more widely spaced. They come less often. It's easier to listen to all sides of any drama. It's easier to see the middle road. It's easier to bring together understanding and love and help. So I challenge you when you go out this week, every day, when you get up and before you go to sleep, say, I am loving today. Spend a moment to love yourself. Don't get up and do your exercises right away. Lay in bed for 60 seconds and just allow yourself to be enveloped in whatever love is to you, to feel your connection, and do it before you go to sleep so you take it to sleep with you so it works in you all night. It doesn't stop. There are times when I work with something and I talk to it and I give it instructions. Now, body, I want you to do this, but I want you to do it for the rest of my life here. Mind, you're getting clearer. I want you to continue getting clearer, and I want you to stay sharp for the rest of my life here. I don't want just a quick fix or Band-Aid. I actively work with consciousness. Every part of me is consciousness that I can talk to and communicate with. My body knows better than me how to heal itself and how to keep going. My mind knows better than me how to make it all work, and to quit micromanaging, to trust the flow, to trust ourselves, and to trust in Source. I think that was the biggest hurdle. I couldn't trust this life. How could I trust anything else? When this life hurt so badly, how could I trust, the old way that I would think was, God, why are you doing this? Why me? Why am I being punished? What did I do? Instead of, I have free will, and Source, God, loves me so much. He allows me to experience it. He allows me to see both sides. He allows me this opportunity to understand emotions, to live and to grow, and to see how important love is. That's a lesson. That's a big lesson, to understand the other doesn't matter. And then it starts to fall away. Then you start to see the world that you want. When I go out and get on a plane, I see a pillar all around me expanding out so that anybody that wants that can have it. I see it protecting me, so I go through these places and am unharmed. I see it with help of Tim, getting my luggage there. I see all of these ways that love makes the flow work, makes this world work. And I can tell you from personal experience, it's worth the effort. You don't have to do anything more than in your mind. The presence and the power, the energy and the power, the ability to do everything is in your mind. You could be a paraplegic and do this. It's all in taking this love, taking this power, taking these feelings, and focusing them successfully with your mind in a loving way. Excuse me. So when you say you don't have enough time, that's not true. You can do it as you're dozing off. You can do it in the shower. You can do it when you're on the toilet. It's possible to multitask this work. It doesn't have to be a burden. It can be very easy. Thank you, Source, for a lovely day, and thank you, body, for taking care of me today. How easy is that? 5 seconds? 10 seconds? It's that easy. And at first, if you can't remember to do it, put up Post-it notes all over to remind you. I used to have them on my mirrors and doors and in the car, and I'd come home and they'd all be over the floor, and I'd put them back up. Then I'd use Scotch tape and stuff to keep them up, because it was a trial for me to go from not trusting and afraid in this world to this complete trust and love in Source. It's a journey. That's why we talk about the growth process. It's a process. All of our growth, all of our expansion is a process. as we do more and become more, we accrete more, and then we become even more. Usually, for me, it was in stages. I'd get to this point, and then I'd hibernate for a while and kind of withdraw and become comfortable with it. Then I'd go on to the next learning experience. Now, I welcome the experiences. I shy from a few of them because I don't like being yelled at, but you work with it and you deal with it. That's what life is about. It's stepping up to the plate, and not stepping up to the plate to argue or to fight, but stepping up to the plate to smile and to love and to care. So try it this week. Try it the rest of the year. It works and it makes life a better place. Thank you.